So today's agenda, I will share with you three major themes. Number one, what is tax-free saving account? Number two, what are the benefits of using tax-free saving account? Number three, what are the investment choices for tax-free saving account? So the first things a lot of people ask, what is tax-free saving account? We heard so much from the news, right? So from the Canada Revenue Agency website, www.canada.ca, here's the summary of how the government designed this tax-free saving account. This program started in the year of 2009. The purpose is to help Canadian families to set money aside tax-free throughout their lifetime. Who is eligible to open tax-free saving account? Those individuals who are 18 years old and residents in Canada. Also, they need to have a valid social insurance card number so they can open the tax-free saving account. So what are the pros and cons of this type of account? So tax-free saving account, as the name says, zero tax. Any amount contributed as well as income earned in the account. For example, investment income and capital gains is generally tax-free, even when it is withdrawable. Tax-free saving account withdrawals wouldn't affect government benefits. If you receive OAS, GIS after retire, or receive unemployment insurance and tax-free saving account, you can take out the money to supplement your monthly expenses, but it will not affecting the government benefits. What are the cons? Contribution to a tax-free saving account are not deductible for income tax purpose. So it's not like RSP. Administrative or other fees in relation to tax-free saving account and tax-free saving account loan interest are not tax deductible. Again, remember, 1% tax penalty will be on the excess contribution amount. So government define the contribution room each year, so we shall not exceed that amount. How to manage tax-free saving account? So when we think about investment account, you will have a three-stage. Set up an account, contributing to the account, manage the account, and then withdraw the money from the account. Tax-free saving account is one of the investment accounts. And it can be used short-term, medium-term, and long-term investment. It depends. When are you planning to withdraw the money? So how to set up a tax-free saving account? You can do this in different financial institutions. And contributing to tax-free saving account must respect the maximum room that is defined by the Canada Revenue Agency. Many people ask, where can I find the tax-free saving account contribution room? Now you can go to a different routes. For example, log into www.canada.ca, the Canada Revenue Agency official website, and log into your own account, my account. Or you can call this tax-free number, toll-free number. You can get your tax information phone services from the government to verify your contribution rule. And then when we withdraw from the tax-free saving account, and there's no tax. So since 2009, government designed this account for all the Canadians to develop a very good habit to save money for their short-term, medium-term, and long-term needs. Whenever they withdraw the money, it's tax-free. And if you never heard of that before, and now it's the first time from 2009 all the way to the end of 2020, you will be able to accumulate 81,500 contribution rule. So also depends when you turn 18, you have a valid social insurance card number, you are a resident of Canada, and from that year, you can start to have the room. If you never use, all the rooms will accumulate it. Again, I would like to just share with you the different account and its own different purpose. Some people say, well, we heard of so many accounts. Can you give me a checklist? Yes. So number one, we know the banking accounts. So those offer liquidity for your daily expenses. For example, checking account. You can deposit a check, deposit your salary or commission, the income. Those are cash inflows. The outflows are the bills that you are paying. Saving account, you can put aside emergency funds. Other than those very liquid two accounts in the bank, often you can open the investment account to save money for the future. So we talk about tax-free saving account tonight, and we already shared with you RSP last week. In the following months, we will also share with you RESP for children's education, DSP, disability for those people suffer from disabled. Those are disabled person, vulnerable people we need to help. And then, of course, when you maximize the different accounts, you still have extra money. And then you can open a non-registered account. This is like your own investment account. And then why is tax-free saving account? What are the benefits to use tax-free saving account? So number one thing we would like to know that is the flexibility. It can help you to meet different financial goals. For example, short-term goal. You can set aside the emergency fund in this account. You can pull out the money for travel and for special events, like a wedding. Medium term goals. For example, you would like to buy the car, the marriage for the children, travel, and down payment for the house. Long-term goals, you can also build solid retirement income in this account. It's very easy to withdraw funds in times of needs because whenever you take the money out, there's no tax on those money. And also, we mentioned earlier, withdrawal from tax-free saving account wouldn't reduce government benefits. Some examples like unemployment insurance, childcare benefit, old age security, and guaranteed income supplement when you retire. And when you withdraw the money this year, you can recontribute to tax-free saving account the next year. Earlier, I also mentioned all the contribute rooms will accumulated without expiration date. The contribution room is not related to annual income. Even young people turn 18, say, oh, I haven't started an income yet. As long as the parents give them some gift money, they can save up those money into tax-free saving account. Tax-free saving account is a very important tool for us to generate income supplements for our retirement. So we always mention that there's 8 ways for you to build your retirement portfolio. Of course, the money comes from government, old age security, in Quebec, QPP, outside of Quebec, CPP, those are the government pensions. If you have an employer offer group RSP, after retirement, you will also be able to withdraw money from your group RSP. Then number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, those are the 5 different ways you can save money for your retirement. RSP is tax deduction strategy every year. Tax-free saving account, those are your own savings. The great thing is that it will not affecting any other government benefit and withdrawal of the money tax-free. Non-registered account, those are the additional savings. Of course, in the future, we will also like to share with you permanent insurance. You can build good cash value in your whole life or universal life insurance. Meanwhile, you can also have the protection. Critical illness is an insurance protection for your health. But of course, you can have the option of return of premium at the age of 65, and then those money you save up in this policy can also use as an income supplement as your retirement. Number 3, what are the investment choices for a tax-free saving account? we need to pay attention. The type of account is not equal to investment products. Earlier, I showed you the list of different accounts and its purpose. When you open an account, it's just like in your cup, you put the water in this account. Okay, the water is the cash. But in this cup, you can have coffee, you can have tea, right? So the coffee and tea, those are the different investment products. This is just analogy, okay? So the type of investment choices permitted in the tax-free saving account, again, is from the Canada Revenue Agency website. You can put cash. For example, you just open an account, never invest any money into any financial products. You can purchase bonds to generate interest. Also, you can put it into the guarantee investment certifications, and they will give you interest at maturity. Mutual funds or segregated funds are the portfolio have the combination of bonds and stocks. Then securities list on the designated stock exchange. So those are stocks in a US market, in a Canadian market. Those are the most choices people will do. And then certain shares of small business or corporations. So those are the holdings in your tax-free saving account. And we say, well, the most common people will know is that to invest the money, either open the tax-free saving account with a bank. The bank offers mutual fund. And we also offer segregated fund in the insurance company. But what's the difference? So the main purpose to distinguish those two differences is to ask ourselves serious questions. Number one, where should I keep my wealth? Number two, the importance of a proper will. Without a will, they'll need your money. You need to go through a probate process. There will some fees occurred, right? So let's do some comparison between the mutual fund in the bank and segregated fund in the insurance company. Here, we just simply show you the difference, the pro and the cons, okay? As us, we can offer both products at your choices. So there should not be any bias in our, comparison. So mutual fund in the bank, most people familiar with, there's a no guarantee on maturity day and upon death. No reserve functions to help you to lock in the gains you have the last few years. It cannot bypass probate if there's no will upon death. And because the probate is quite a long procedure, and there will be surrender fee, accounting fee, legal fees that could be quite expensive at the end. And privacy, since the person died without a will, that it could be have this like exposure to the market and to make announcements, say who will have the claim for this amount, right? Then for the business owners, there's no creditor protection. So if there's like, the creditors after this money, and those money will be liquidated to pay the debts. On the other hand side, the same type of mutual fund, we can also have a protection on top of mutual fund. And those are the same funds that can be distributed through insurance company. And we call it segregated funds. So the segregated funds have many benefits. Upon death and also at the maturity date, they have a guarantee. You can choose as low as 75% or X maximum as 100% guarantee of your principal. For all those investments in the long run, and we can also help the client to reset the functions. There's a reset functions, means what? You can protect the principal and also lock in the game during the years. It can bypass probate. Even without a will, the money will be able to give it to the beneficiaries within 7 to 10 days. Then no surrender accounting legal fees, because when the person opens a segregated fund account to invest in segregated fund, and then those money will be able to go to the beneficiary directly. Why? Because at the point of opening an account, they already appointed the beneficiary who shall receive the money if the person passes away. Of course, they can keep a good privacy and also have a creditor protection. So here is an example to show you how segregated fund works. So the blue line is the curve of funds, okay? And segregated fund works in a way that the person invests 100,000 at the age of 40. For example, the first 10 years, the market is a bull market. He gained 140,000. That's the highest market value in his portfolio. And then we can help him to have 100% guarantee at the maturity and also upon death. And then the market can go low the following years. For example, it's starting to show some bear market. At the point of retirement at the age of 65, if the market drops to 75,000, and then if it is in the mutual fund, he need the money, he sell all the funds. This is the only amount the person can get, 75,000. So along those years, the principal is 100,000, but after so many years, the investment, it doesn't really gain anything, even suffer some loss, right? So how we can help the client to protect the loss of losing their capital? This client is conservative. He choose 100 guarantee. So what happened at the age of 65? Let's say he need to take out all the money he accumulate in the tax-free saving account, and then the funds will be sold at market value, 75,000. However, the insurance company will top up the difference. So eventually, the client will still get $140,000 from this account upon withdrawal. If he put into the tax-free saving account, that will be what? That will be tax-free, right? So 140,000 will be the client's money. And a lot of people haven't do any investment before, and then we will say, well, they always heard that, oh, market has a risk, right? And then who knows when to buy, when to sell, right? A lot of people know we buy low, we sell high, but when is the low, when is the high? So here I would like to share with you the big picture. From 1934 all the way to 2020 is 86 years timeline. So you see the curve. Doesn't matter where you put your money. You can put into US stocks, growth portfolio, balanced portfolio, and conservative portfolio, or you can purchase some T-bills, right? So in the long run, you see the curve is always going up. It's like an upward trend, right? But in between, we experience World War I, World War II. We have the technology bubble in 2000. 2008, 2009, you have the financial crisis. So no matter what happened, you can still see, even there is downturn of the market, but the market pick up quite quickly, and still in the years, the upward market lasts longer and the bear market lasts shorter. So in conclusion, when you're starting to invest money, have this long-term strategy, and you shall be able to see your portfolio growing. And the rule of 72 is discovered by Albert Einstein. And he said, well, how money really works? He said the compound interest is the world's eighth wonder. So the formula is super simple. It reads as 72 divided average rate of return equal to how many years the money can double. For example, 3 different persons do the same thing at the age of 20. They all deposit one-time money, 2,000, into their account. And then if the person are quite conservative, only earn 3% per year, the money would double 24 years. Right? 72 divided by 3 equal to 24. At the age of 68, upon retirement, the money only doubled twice. So 2,000 become 8,000. How about the balanced portfolio, average 6% rate of return, and the money can double 12 years. At the age of 68, you can see 32,000 in the portfolio. Then, of course, people can choose double-digit growth, for example, 12% growth and aggressive portfolio, and then 6 years, the money double. And then this person at the age of 68, he's quite well off. Why? His money compound along those 48 long years, and it is over $500,000. So this is the wonder of compound interest. This is how we know the rules in building wealth in financial industry. Of course, the person say, if I don't have a lump sum of money, can I just do it a bit by monthly contribution? Yes, we believe that is a very good strategy. And then if you say, well, I would like to see the projection down into the future, if the average rate of return is 7% per year, and I would like to see 200 per month contribution, 300 per month contribution, and 500 per month contribution. What will be the difference at the point of retirement? Of course, this is more like a sowing the seed, right? The more you sow, the more you reap. So if you put $200 per month, continue to do this discipline and with commitment, in 30 years, you will see close to $250,000. If you have more money to save every month, 300 per month, after 30 years at the point of retirement, you shall see 352,000 around that amount. Of course, $500 per month saving after 30 years, the portfolio, the retirement accounts will be more than $500,000. Is it true? A lot of people ask us. It looks so beautiful, but how you can come up with those numbers? So this is an illustration we would like to show you. Because tax-free saving account last few years, the maximum annual contribution room is 6,000. So we say, well, we can put a monthly saving 500 into this account over 30 years. Let's say the average return is 7%. Then we can come up with the number 588,000. So you see in the previous slide, this is how the number comes from. And here we would like to share with you that when you invest, it's not like a curve so smoothly, right? You always will see ups and downs. Look at my curves, it's ups and downs. But you also look at the long history of the investment world, you see in the long run, the market trend is always go upward, correct? So here is a very important formula everyone need to bear in mind. Wealth formula. So it's the seed money, you put it there, your investment. It could be lump sum, or could be monthly contribution, or could be combination. The time is very, very crucial. You see in this illustration, the curve, 10 years, you can have around 100,000. 20 years is more than $250,000. And then 30 years, the compounding effects, it will be close to 600,000, right? So the time is very, very crucial. And then the rate of return ups and downs, but we will say average rate of return in the long run. When we maintain this consistency and also commitment and discipline, investing money in the long run, you will always be better off. Of course, we also need to beat the inflation, and also we consider the taxation, right? Today we share with you the tax-free saving account, so there's no brainer because taxation, this factor in today's topic is 0. So when you consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factors, and this is how you eventually end up wealthy. And I would like to show you some examples how we choose the good investments to put into the tax-free saving account. Of course, we can look at the market as a general. Standard & Poor's and TSX Composite Index. So those are more like a market performance in the gray curve. You see market ups and downs, correct? Last 15 years, starting like a beginning. However, we would like to choose the funds that is more looks like the red curve. That means what? We would like to outperform the market. When the market is up, we would like to gain more. when the market is down, crash 2008, everybody out there say, wow, the market, lose 50%. But we will say, well, we will help you to be able to stop your loss, not at the 50%, but maybe just 25%, right? So eventually, long-term effects, why people need advisor, because advisor can help you to choose some funds outperform the market like the red curve. So we compare, if I'm a passive investor, just put into the index fund. Still, investment is better than not invest, right? At the beginning, 100,000 money put into this investment. 15 years later, you will have a close to $250,000. Of course, when we choose a good investments, outperform the market, you will have more money. Here is about like a 43,000 difference. Means what? Pretty much is a lot of people's average net income a year, right? So those are the value we can offer to our clients. So another example, just to show you the reset functions. So we mentioned that this is a very good benefit that segregated fund offers, but not offered by the mutual fund. How it works. For example, at the beginning of the year, the person put 100,000. And during the course of this year, the market ups and downs, just like the curve here, right? And in this segregated fund, what we can do is to set up automatic reset. So whenever the computer sees that the market value is higher than the previous one, they can reset this for you automatically. It's not manually by the human being. And for the client, they simply just need to choose one day each month. And on that day, the computer will discern, is it the market value higher than the previous one? If so, and they will reset. So in these cases, February 28, market up 800. 31st, there's another capital gain 1,600. So your reset function help you to move up the guarantee for your principals, right? April 28, another capital gain 3,800. And after that, the market goes low quite a while until October 31st, pick up again. And then you have a 4,600 gain. November 30, and the gain is 5,400. After that, close to year end, the market drops again. So for this portfolio, this funds, and the person will be able to guarantee the 100,000 as an initial investment, also be able to lock in the profit during the course of investment this year, 5,400. So this is the net return for the client. Okay, so this is how this works. And of course, what does that mean? Net return means what? Is after the management fees. Okay, all the fees deduct, this is the net return. So it's a pretty good return, right? Another example, let's say for the long-term investment. So we can see this is a portfolio. That means what? This is a combination of different funds. The person do the same thing, $10,000 as initial investment. So after 7 years investment, and his money is 2.2 times than the initial one. But in between, it's not a smooth curve, right? Especially we see like March, the first quarter of 2020 when COVID started to hit, and the market really dropped very significantly. However, after that, market pick up again. Okay, so this is by the year end 2021, how your money can become double. Right? So this is also as a reflection for you that that's the magic in compound interest. So who we are? We are World Financial Group. We create a wonderful platform for all our clients to be able to choose different portfolios, investment products, and insurance products from different organizations, that including banks, including fund companies, and also insurance companies. So those are all our top financial institutions, our partners who work with us strategically and in the long term. We have a very good relationship. We have the strength to offer multiple choices for the client to choose from. So this is pretty much I would like to share with you today. Again, my name is Hailing, and you can reach out to me. This is my cell phone number, and we are World Financial Group. This is our website. Feel free to explore. And then again, we thank you everyone for participation.